start of the year, we discussed broadly the issue of climate change and whether Australia needed to make any action on this topic. With the recent announcements by the UWA government of their carbon pricing scheme, we thought it would be appropriate to bring the speakers back and for you to hammer them with some questions and for them to debate the issue out again. We'll have 3 speakers from each side. From the UWA Labour Club, today we have Mitchell Goff, Cassandra Hewitt and Chad Satterley. And from the UWA Liberal Club, we have Ben Watson, Gemma Whiting and Mr Miles Parrish. Each speaker will get 5 minutes. The topic is that the Gillard government's carbon price policy is in Australia's best interests. And just another little announcement, we've got question time happening in the tab after this, for the first Federal Parliament question time after the break and after the carbon tax announcement. There'll be free drinks there as well, so we've got a few jugs. So feel free to head down at 2 o'clock after this to the tab. Please enjoy your pizza as well, and if you could just chuck the boxes in the bin after, that'd be great so we don't get fined for messing the place up. So I'd like to welcome to the stage the first speaker for the UWA Labour Club, who is Cassandra Hewitt.
Thanks everyone for coming. It's great to have you all interested in our policy. The introduction of the price on carbon is the act of a responsible government, responding to the grounded concerns of both the scientific community and concerned citizens. The carbon price that has been fixed is $23 per tonne, a price that will be paid not by households, but by the 500 biggest carbon polluters. This price will be indexed until floated in July 2015, and the price mechanism is partially synchronised with international communities to ensure transparency from corporate multinationals and prevent exploitation of the system. Pollution targets will be set at regular intervals, and government will be held responsible for adopting these targets by a 9-member climate change authority. The result will be a cut of 159 million tonnes of carbon pollution in our atmosphere, which is the equivalent of removing 45 million cars from our roads. Happily, for those who would promote economic growth ahead of social welfare, the economic impact is minimal. Projected inflation is less than 0.1% per annum, and changes in growth are expected to be less than 0.7%. Countering these infinitesimal shifts will be the compensation scheme that ensures 90% of households will be better off after the introduction of the carbon price. This no doubt explains why my bourgeois friends opposite in the top 10% of incomes have decided on
I beg your pardon.
family tax benefit and pension tax. Namely students. The tax-free threshold has been tripled and is now $18,000 per annum. Therefore, with tax brackets adjusted, individuals will be able to earn much more before having to pay tax. There will be no tax rises, but there are industry-specific aid packages to assist with the transition and ensure research and development in new energy-efficient areas. In post-industrialised Australia, the workforce has clearly witnessed a shift towards service-rendering industries, and in years to come, more and more of our growing population will be employed within this sector. This shift is reflected in the comparative advantage of Australia's trade. No longer will we be exporting heavy goods, minerals from the ground, but services such as education, IT and finance. These well-educated Australians of the future will not thank us for not acting due to a reluctance to disturb status quo in 2011. But back to the present, the community has called for certainty. This policy, our policy, has been created through bipartisan discussion and delivers this. We have an ethical responsibility to ensure intergenerational equity, so that our dirty energy habits do not become the burden of the future. Every slight delay exponentially increases the cost of acting. We must act now, while it is cheapest and most efficient to do so, in monetary terms as well as in environmental and social costs. Australia in particular has boundless natural and renewable energy sources which we should be utilising. Without imposing a cost on polluters that will make dirty energy use unprofitable, investment can only ever be limited without the incentive for profit. Due to the very nature of our current